Well, this win certainly felt good. Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Central Media. Today we're going to recap this afternoon's first game of doubleheader between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets as the Phillies defeat the Mets by a final score of 3-2 as they snap the 4-game losing streak. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please show the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies provides a daily video of highlights from the game. So please go and subscribe to his channel. Link in the description section. So the Phillies, man, had Max Scherzer his first loss against the Phillies since May of 2021. So Max Scherzer, I mean, he hasn't really been great against the Phillies his last two starts. He just really hasn't. He wasn't great last time out again, on Sunday Night Baseball. He really wasn't that great today. He wasn't absolutely terrible, but I mean, Harper, man, he's definitely been seeing Scherzer well so far this year. Another home run off of his ex-teammate Max Scherzer, second of the year, third in the career overall. If y'all do remember, it was last June, the 22nd, when Bryce Harper hit a deep home run to right field into the second deck off of Max Scherzer. So that was just great. So he hits a nice line drive home run today for the solo shot. Kyle Gibson with 6 strong innings. I mean, that was a huge double play with James McCann. First and third, nobody out. That was a huge double play. He's able to get James McCann to ground in that double play. So nice, win for this Phillies team. And honestly, it just makes losing on Thursday night a little bit more painful. I mean, we could have been leading the series 2 games now. We could have been going for the series sweep in the second game doubleheader. But you know what? I mean, I'm just glad we got this win. I'm really, really glad that we got this win. Record now sits at 12-15. As you pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning, Bryce Harper, here we go, as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. That ball's absolutely crushed off of Max Scherzer. His 6th home run of the season, and the Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. So I've talked about a lot before how I just love Bryce versus Max, right? It's just such a fun matchup to watch. I love those two guys battling against each other, and that one went to Harp, right? So second time now. I mean, back-to-back times. Remember the last time he faced him, last at bat, he faced him, up in New York against the Mets, hit a home run. So he hits a home run against Scherzer, back-to-back ABs, 6 solo shots to start the year. Kind of reminds me of what he did last year. Hopefully he doesn't do that again. But he's off to that start. 6 solo home runs to start the year. Then we pick up here in the bottom of the third inning. He does it again. Bryce Harper singles on a line drive up the middle to center field. It drops in there. And Kyle Schwarber comes around to score. And the Phillies now take a 2-0 lead. So Harper's second RBI on the day. 19th of the season overall. So RBIs are definitely there. We are in early May here. We're on May the 8th. And he already has 19 RBIs to start the season. So Bryce, the RBIs are definitely coming for him, right? He's getting more opportunities. And honestly, the low RBI total last year wasn't his fault. Of course, he still won MVP in the National League. But this wasn't his fault last year for that low RBI total. As you see, he already has 19 so far this year. It's just amazing. So nice clutch RBI thing right there. First and third, 2 out. Nice clutch hit right there from Harp. 2-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 4th inning after Didi Gregorius went on the IL at that left knee sprain. Bryson Stott recall from AAA as he singles on a line drive the other way. Of course, it's the other way, which I love, to left field. Gene Segura comes around to score, and the Phillies going to take a 3-0 lead. So Alpo's swing is definitely sweet. So he definitely has a sweet swing indeed. And we saw in the scouting report, this guy has the ability to hit the ball to all fields. So it's really not that much of a surprise. And you see it right there. It goes the other way to drive in Gene to make it a 3-0 Phillies lead. So that was, of course, off of Max Scherzer, who got 3 earned this afternoon, which is just great. And of course, I love Max Scherzer. He's one of my favorite pitchers in the game. But if we're going up against him, I want to beat him, of course. So 3-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 6th inning. This was huge, right? This was a great trade-off. This is really a great trade-off as James McCann batting with first and third. Nobody else I talked about before. Grounds the ball to third. Great read by Alec Bohm. Goes to second. They get 1, and then back to first they get 2. It was a great double play right there. Around the horn they go. Of course, at the meantime, Starman Tate came around to score, but that was okay. That was a fair trade-off. The Mets, I mean, they're kind of stringing some hits together in this inning, and it wasn't for that double play. I mean, who knows how this game would have went. And then in the same inning, Francisco Lindor doubles on a fly ball to right field. Brandon Nimmo comes around to score, and it's now 3-2 ball game. That was Lindor's sixth double of the season. At the base of the wall out there, and the wind was just really carrying the baseball today. It really, really was. I don't blame that on Nick Castellanos. I mean, that was not an easy play, and boy, oh boy, was that wind just whipping. It was whipping. It was whipping, and this was not an easy play for him. It just wasn't. I heard a couple boos out there. I mean, I understand people's frustration a little bit. You know, hey, I mean, on an average day, I mean, I'd definitely be going hard on Nick Castellanos, but I mean, the baseball's just moving. It really, really is. You saw Odubel Herrera out there, the fly ball Pete Alonso hit. He's way back and he runs in and makes a diving catch. And as Mike Schmidt said right there, he said, it reminded me of the Cole Hamels diving catch in 2015. You know, remember the no-hitter, his final starts to Phil. I mean, Chris Bryant hits a deep fly ball at the center, and Odubel Herrera pretty much on his knees when he catches it. So, I mean, that was a nice sliding attempt, and he was able to come up with it. But, I mean, definitely not the best read. But, hey, I mean, the wind is pulling the baseball. It's moving all over the place. So good job for him, the crowd. And the out was recorded. The out was recorded, ladies and gentlemen. Any way you want to look at it. I mean, as ugly as it was recorded. It was an out. And that's all that mattered. That'd be your final, 3-2. It's a nice Phillies win this afternoon to start out this doubleheader. Kyle Schwarber at Leos Pat collects 2 knocks. I mean, we all know he sees Schwarber well. He kills the Mets. Also scores one of the Phillies' 3 runs today on the Bryce Harper RBI single up the middle center field. Alec Bohm continues to rake as he collects 2 knocks. And let's not forget, his average sits at 315. 315. He has an 817 OPS. This guy is seeing the baseball very, very well. He's been better defensively since the comment he made to Didi Gregorius. Remember that game against the New York Mets? You know, coincidentally, he made those 3 errors in 3 innings. He's been better since then. I mean, I think we all have to admit that. He's been better since then. And of course, he's made a few mistakes along the way, but he's been better. He's been better. I mean, of course, he's raking at the plate. He's hitting the ball to all fields. To the point where they're actually, starting to shift on. What have you seen this already? He's starting to shift on the right side of the field. Of course, this is going to be last year. We're going to see that. Bryce Harper, he needed this one. I mean, he had a great night on Thursday night, and that heartbreaking loss that still is unbelievable. But so let's try to put that behind us. That nice home run off of Max, which I love, and then he hits the RBI single up the middle off of Max. So 2 knocks today off of Max, 2 RBIs. So that was just huge. I mean, of course, they always try to text each other after the game, and Harper will say, I got you today, and then Max will say, hey, I mean, not the best job if he strikes him out. You know what I mean? So they kind of beat up on each other. They're definitely friends. Nick Castellanos, a rare hitless performance this afternoon. He just didn't have it. He was down chasing at some off speed. He just didn't really look dialed in today. But JT Mucho behind the plate also collects a knock, and he's not off to the greatest start. I mean, he's hitting below the 260 mark at 258. He has a 696 OPS, so he's not off to the hot start of the plate. But we cannot forget that JT Mucho statistically doesn't really start off too high. Remember in 2019, it was his best year, with the Phillies so far. He really didn't start off the year too well. Not so hot. So you still got to give it time. Odubel Herrera gets to start out in center, and another thing. I mean, this guy kills Max Scherzer typically, right? I mean, this gets weird. Kills Max Scherzer. He didn't do anything off him today, so I don't get it. I just don't get it. But baseball's just a weird game. It's just a weird game, and as I talked about, I like it better than Matt Fearing. I don't care about the righty lefty. Odubel Herrera has to be out there every single day. Gene Segura definitely needed a day like today. I mean, a nice diving attempt on a ground ball. Juan Camargo with a great pick over at first. So Gene Segura's flashing the letter today. He collects 2 knocks, scores one of the Phillies' 3 runs. So nice pick-me-up for Gene Segura. Gets his average now up to 271. So I understand I've been kind of harping on him over the past few videos, but today was definitely his day. He looked very, very good today. And Johan Camargo gets a start at first. And collects a knock, which is nice to see. And Bryson Stott, the only one hit was a big one. That nice line drive, single the other way to left field. So welcome back, Bryson Stott. I am so sick and tired of Didi Gregorius. I understand injuries are going to happen, but it seems like there's always something with him, right? I mean, it's always something with Didi Gregorius. It drives me crazy. Gibson starts 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 were earned, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 3. So this is the ground ball guy, right? This is a ground ball guy, and you especially saw it with that James McCann double play. I mean, that was just huge. I love it, man. I just love it because he has the ground ball kind of stuff, like the sinker, the change. I mean, he has the ground ball kind of stuff. To get the job done right there in those kind of situations. But, I mean, it really only matters is if the defense is good in the infield, because if they're not, I mean, all these ground balls are going to be hit. I mean, they're just it's just bound to be an error at some point. But the defense was good today, and good fundamentals will help you win. It's not always gonna guarantee a win, but it's really gonna help you win. It's the little things like that with that nice double play, with Alec Bohm. That was just great. So Kyle Gibson gets the win, 3-1 now on the year. Lowest his ERA now down to 2.94. He's off to a very, very good start to the season. So that was just great. Nice, solid 6 innings. Serandy Dominguez, that was kind of scary, right? And that was kind of scary. We have a couple ducks on the pond against the New York Mets. 1 out, pitching in the clutch right there. So great job by Serandy Dominguez. Jose Alvarado, the nice 8th inning right there. Despite walking 1, he gets the job done any way you want to put it. And Corey Knebel redeems himself as he slams the door. 5th save of the season, as well as his ERA now down to 3. But this goes to show you how good he's been, right? He had 3 earned. The other night, he had a nice scores inning, and that was the ERA's only 3. It wasn't at 6.96. It just goes to show you how good he's been so far this year, despite that really, really rough performance. A few other, kind of off performances, but Corey Knebel's good. Okay, let's not forget that. We're all due for an off night. But the loss definitely came down on him and James Norwood, but Corey Knebel is well above average. And I still feel very, very good with him coming into the game most of the time. We're all prone to mistakes. Let's go take a look at Edwin Diaz. Look how much better he's been. Let's go back and take a look at 2018. All the blown saves he had. Remember that against the Nationals in 2018 in September? Remember the Kurt Suzuki walk-off home run? Let's not forget that. Good closers. Good. Anybody on any pitching staff, who's good. Is just going to run into trouble. It's bound to happen at some point. Unfortunately, I hit him hard on Thursday night, but James Norwood definitely was the spark of that, though, unfortunately. Not to blame him too much, but Game 2 will start about a half an hour after the first game ended, right? So we have Chris Bassett on the mound for New York, 3-2. 2.61 ERA going against Christopher Sanchez. Doesn't have a winner loss to see with a 5.40 ERA. So it looks like they're going to the opener here. Zach Eflin was placed on the virus-related IL. So that's very, very unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So as I talked about, Diego Gregorius landed on the 10-day IL with that left knee sprain. Just incredibly disappointing. As I said, it's always something with Didi. It's always something. He's always hurt, or I'm just so tired of it. I just cannot wait for this guy to jump ship after the season. Connor Brogdon also recalled from Lehigh Valley. As I talked about, Christopher Sanchez also recalled. And Francisco Morales, one of our top prospects, also recalled from Double-A Reading Fighting Phillies. So Zach Eflin goes on the virus IL, which is unfortunate, no question about it. But he wasn't great last time against the New York Mets. But this is going to be a bullpen game, second game. This is going to be a lot harder than 2020 or 2021, where it's a 7-inning doubleheader. This is a 9-inning baseball game here in these doubleheaders now, which I like a lot better. So this is not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy at all. As we go take a look at some of the scores, the Nationals out in LA playing the Los Angeles Angels. And Anthony Rendon going against his former squad. He's done nothing out there so far. The Nationals lost the first game and won the second game of the series. The Braves lost Friday night, and then they came back the following night, last night, and won against the Milwaukee Brewers. Marlins is destroying the San Diego Padres last night by a final score of 8-0. Wow, they're still hanging in there despite losing on Friday night to the San Diego Padres. Hopefully we can sweep this doubleheader. It's not going to be easy. Honestly, I was kind of thinking going in this doubleheader, we're just going to get swept. So I honestly can tell we just won one of these games, but it's going to be much, much tougher going against Chris Bassett. And we got a bullpen game going. So, I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't. But happy Mother's Day to all. I'm wearing this hat today. I love it. So happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers out there. It's just a great day. So I'm going to be wearing this hat again the second video. So I get to wear this hat twice in one day. 2 videos wearing this hat this year. So that's a bonus. It's one of the nice things that you could take out of these awful rainouts. So it's been terrible weather up here in the Northeast, but good weather is a coming. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media links in the description section at Phillies Hotstove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at photstovemedia. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshotstovmedia@gmail.com. 4th inning against the Mets, doubleheader. Here we go. So by the time you're seeing this video, it's going to be already going on. Bassett, Sanchez. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you guys.